Hello and welcome to Let's Learn Dirt Rally. This time we're going to do something a bit different, taking a look at Group A in Monaco.
Oh, Monaco.
Yeah, say hello to special guest Bobbin Threadbare.
Hello. I know a few things about Monaco. My dad's kind of into Formula One, so he's a particular fan of that particular racetrack, oddly enough.
It's a great racetrack.
Although I imagine Dirt Rally won't be going on the streets of the city like Formula One does.
This is a hill climb and a descent on the nearby Alps.
Ah.
So this is probably my favorite part of stage, and this is a
Wipe out.
this is a good explanation of why I'll be going slow. But yeah, this is my favorite part of the Monte Carlo Monaco stages, basically because you get a lot of snow to play with. Frankly, I think it looks ridiculous because you never really go out of second gear, but you look really stylish while going down there.
You know what, it's kind of interesting when you think about it? Like, when you're playing a game like this, you get into a lot more crashes than the actual drivers do, no matter what their skill level is. Because unlike drivers, you won't get permanently injured from a crash.
I love that. I think that's part of the charm.
Wiping out.
And I know there's a lot of professionals who go into these thinking, what if I do this life-threatening stunt? But let me tell you about Group A. So, I think it was back in the early 80s that car manufacturers were basically all throwing their hat into rally racing as a way to like test out new vehicles and advertise their brand.
Well, that and they all had to work with much less powerful engines, too.
Well, you say that, but then Group B happened and you got 500 horsepower rally cars.
Well,
Group A was much more... Well, you had to make a lot more cars to get FIA certified homologation.
Well, it's just sort of a question I'm sort of wondering, is did dirt rally racing become more popular because of the oil crisis and because governments started passing fuel regulations that made cars less powerful, at least over the short term?
That's one way to look at it, but most of the cars I'm seeing in these races are from Europe, where, well, you had a bit less to worry about with fuel economy.
Well, at the same time, if they want to sell in American markets...
Exactly. That's a good point.
One lost on Englanders recently.
So tell me about that.
About what, the oil crisis?
No, how was it lost on Englanders?
Oh, just this idea that they won't have to worry about EU regulations if they're no longer part of the EU.
Oh, I love that.
If they want to sell anything to the EU, they're going to have to worry about EU regulations.
Just like how if you want to sell a car in the US, you probably want to adhere to Californian restrictions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Although some of them actually make cars specifically for California, and then other builds for other places, for the rest of the United States. For the rest of North America, for that matter.
I guess that's a bit pragmatic. So you'll note, this isn't a winning run. In fact, I'm pretty sure that winning against the Master AI on this course is impossible with the stock car, but like I said in an earlier video, you get upgrades to your car as the game goes along.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I
as
kind
you
of
drive
figured
that
that,
specific
a
car.
run that used a tree for a brace wouldn't be a winner.
Oh, this is numbered 40 worldwide. Out of thousands.
So that's a lot of people using trees for braces.
Probably. But, you know, what do they say in the speedrunning community? Taking damage to save time?
Well, taking damage in a car race usually doesn't save time, though.
Well, I'm saving money on repairs. Oh, speaking of which, if you want to go off course, or if you see no way to not go off course, if you hit a group of people, then you don't get disqualified. So that's a good question. Either you kill somebody or you get disqualified.
Huh. Like, it's
Yep.
specifically an either-or thing?
Yeah, it can be. Like, you could be sliding off the side wall that's just facing downwards, and, well, if you go down, then you're out. But if you hit a group of people, then that qualifies as a, well, just going off course, but not in a way that's fatal to your car. Yeah.
Now, speaking of the car, what have we got here? You know anything about, like, the history of this particular vehicle?
Oh, this is a Lancia Delta HF Integrale. This is, it's almost road legal in that they qualify it as a modified road car. That's what Group A stands for. The engine's in the front. It's four-wheel drive, which was rare for like the early 90s, late 80s. And it's popular among collectors, mostly because the chassis is incredibly rigid. You basically just point it at whatever direction you want to go, and it goes there.
You know, I actually took a look at some interesting collectible vehicles recently as part of my job.
Yeah.
And some of them are entirely nuts. Like, there was this one SUV from, I think, the early 90s, back when they were still, figuring out the look and the design of an SUV, of the big ones.
Yeah.
And it looked like a Tonka truck. Like, there's no two ways about it. It looked like it looked like a giant vehicle for preschoolers.
Do you remember the name?
No, I don't. But, yeah, there's this other one, I think, made with, plastic. Like, straight up plastic panels, I mean.
And nothing else.